Hello, it is Steffi on day 15 of my 90-day challenge to have a monetized YouTube channel by January 10th of 2025. Today, we're going to dive into the transformation framework, and that is setting small, incremental steps to get us moving towards the life we desire and deserve. So stick around. So when I say that everything we want is on the other side of our comfort zone, I am not kidding. I personally am going through it right now. Again, I have said I am throwing myself on the altar of sacrifice, inviting you along to behold the spectacle that is chasing a dream. And what I know is, and what I teach and share with people who come to me for this kind of information is, if you set the bar too high, if you set the goal too wide and too broad, you are not going to get where it is you want to go. Because number one, too wide and too broad has a whole bunch of things inside of that need to be done. And when you go to do the things that you need to do on a daily basis to get where you want to be, that list is going to be taller than you are. We have to set realistic expectations of ourselves for our commitments to move ourselves in the direction of our dreams. I share with people all the time, getting healthy is great, but that is a big, broad ask. We have to understand how many things go into being healthy. So up until the point where we're ready to start to really hone in and focus on one particular aspect of our ultimate goal, our broader and wider goal, we're not going to be able to do the things that are required. Here's what I know. When you set a singular, focused intention, you have whittled down the window of what it is you need to accomplish on a regular basis to get where you want to be. So for me to have this very specific, I want to monetize YouTube channel inside of 90 days, there are very specific things that I have to do in order to get there. And I use this particular tool all the time. I offer it to you and I invite you to use it as well. We all want to say we're going to sit down and make content. We're going to write the book. We're going to clean the entire clutter in the house. Well, I promise you, if you don't find a way to break that up into smaller asks, if you don't find a way to really hone in on the closet in such and such a room, the outline for the book that you want to write, the things that need to be done in order to create the kind of traffic you need for a monetization of a YouTube channel, you are not going to be able to create that list of commitments that you have to do every day. Because number one, you're not going to want to do them. If any of this was easy, number one, you would have already done it. I would have already done it. And number two, everybody and their mother would be doing it. Here's the beauty of being willing to get out of your comfort zone, to set a list of small incremental changes to which you are willing to commit on a daily basis to move the needle and you towards the life you want. Very few people have what it takes to do that. And I say that with a very heavy heart. I don't want to believe that about our human family. I don't want to know that people don't have what it takes to get up, get out of their own way, and do the thing that needs to be done so that they can live the life they desire and deserve. I don't want to realize that that's the truth, but unfortunately that's the truth. So you have no competition. There is no one competing against you to be better tomorrow, next week, next month, but you. There is such a tiny percentile of folks who will do the thing that needs to be done, make it a consistent commitment that they keep to themselves, and do the thing even when it's hard. Do the thing when there is no fanfare. Keep moving toward the goal when it looks like nobody's paying attention and all you hear are crickets. Nobody wants to put themselves through that. I don't want to put myself through that. But I want what I want, and I know that this is part of the journey. I know that nobody's watching these videos until people start watching these videos. By the time this channel is monetized, these videos where I'm saying nobody's watching them, that's going to be a thing of the past. People are going to look at the numbers and go, what is she talking about? People are watching them. Trust me, my last video from 2 days ago, I think 11 people have watched. If I let that keep me from waking up today and making this video, I lose. All I can tell you is it's hard to get where you want to be, but nothing's as hard as knowing you have somewhere to go and not making the effort to get there. Because you live with that beast on your back. You know, a lot of us think we could do a lot of things, and I'm going to be completely transparent here. I grew up thinking I could be famous. I grew up knowing that the world was going to know my name. My name is Steffi Starr for that reason. Well, knowing I can do it and actually doing it are two totally different things. And until I get myself to a point where I prove that to myself, I'm just walking around with a whole bunch of regret, a whole bunch of angst, a whole bunch of who shot John and shoulda, woulda, coulda. No gracias. Not going to do it. I'd rather be uncomfortable. I'd rather trip over my own you-know-what. I'd rather come on here and talk and have nobody watch these videos than sit around going, I could do it, except I don't do it. I'm using myself as an example. Believe me, I know I'm not alone. I know I'm bringing sand to the beach. I know you're watching this video. If this video has found you, there's a message. I know this road, it sucks. A lot of it sucks. We have to find the joy. We have to find the small wins. I sold my very first ebook today on a pre-order. I always would do all the work and then hope and wait for people to show up. I learned watching YouTube videos, don't do the work, make a pre-sale, garner interest, see what people actually want. And then you'll be paid to go do the thing. Well, I got paid today to do the thing. I used to own a soap shop. I used to make over 100 products by hand with love and sell them. And it's a beautiful, easy, inexpensive way to get chemicals and carcinogens out of our home, out of your life, and off your body. I ran a store called The Soapbox. It was in Port St. Lucie, Florida. It was a political protest at the time. I was revolting against multinational corporate lobby money. I was revolting against the representation that we no longer have here in America. The electorate is not represented. The multinational corporations, the people with the lobby money, they get the representation. I was infuriated. And I realized, well, lobby money doesn't grow on trees. There's no lobby money tree. They get that money from me when I buy their crap. So I started making soap. I started making all my own toiletries. I started making all my own household cleaners. I had over 100 products. I made my own medicine. I worked in healthcare for 30 years. I started making medicine that healed people, that helped people, that saved people money, that worked better sometimes than their prescription meds. I kid you not. I'm writing a book for all of the recipes from The Soapbox. And I got out of bed today and I did everything. It was on my list from yesterday. I knew that this was the plan for my day. And I got out of bed yesterday and I wrote the pre-order email. I wrote the pre-order landing page. I wrote the pre-order copy so that I could garner interest, so that I could gauge the temperature. Do people actually want this before I go and do all the work? I sold my first one within 15 minutes of a Facebook post. So I'm using that as an example, by the way. Until November 7th, the book will be half off. It's selling for $26 in pre-sale. It will be $53 once it's sold, because literally you could get this book and save thousands of dollars a year by making your own products in a few minutes with the things that are already in your house, already in your pantry. You could start a whole entire business. I ran this business for over 4 years before ultimately I had a different path I had to walk. But people still use my products to this day. People still beg me for my products to this day. So yeah, the link will be down in the description for the Soapbox Bible. And yeah, you can see what's going to be in it and decide if you want it. That's an aside. I didn't even really intend to go there today, but here I am on YouTube and nobody's watching. So why not, right? I could tell myself that. I could tell myself nobody's watching. I know nobody's watching. So I get to be who I am. But one day when people are coming back and watching these videos, they're going to be like, what is she talking about? It's coming. I know it's coming. I believe in myself. I believe in this path for myself. I believe that I am going to be free in the universe, free from a job, free from having to be in one place. As much as I love the work I do, I'm a psychedelic ceremony facilitator. I take people out into the other dimensions using the compounds and traditions from our natural world and our ancestry so that they can heal themselves. It's beautiful work. It's necessary work. But I don't want to have to do it to support myself. I want to do it if, when, and where I want to do it. I'm going to make money in my sleep. I'm going to make money from around the world. I'm telling you, because nobody's watching this video. You are going to watch me make this dream come true. Because I believe in the system I teach. I believe in the transformation framework. I believe in the universal law of attraction. I believe in the universe that wants me to have everything I want. I believe in that. And it's going to happen. Because believe me, once you get in the habit of getting out of your comfort zone, of getting out of your own way, you can turn those small actionable steps into bigger, bolder moves towards the life you desire and deserve. But if you haven't done the small things, you're not going, it's like having never walked and joining a 5K. It's like never having run a mile and joining a marathon. Like, we got to walk down the block before we run the marathon, right? So use small incremental actions, make a commitment to them. As much as you don't and won't want to do these things, give them time limits. Do it for 10 minutes. Until you can do it for 15, until you can do it for 30, and then until you can spend a day doing something like I did today. I spent the whole day on this one task because I knew it needed to be done. So that's the message for tonight, dear ones. By the way, support and accountability matter most. If you want to change your whole life, if you want to fly towards the life you desire and deserve, and you want to live the life of your dreams, you need the first 3 steps of the transformation framework. But the 4th thing, you won't do it without, and that's support and accountability. I run a free online community in Podia. It's called In the Loop. You can sign up right now. The link is down in the description for this video. Sign up, download the free resources that are available to help you start to move in the direction of your dreams and goals. It is completely free. I send out inspirational posts twice a week, specifically around how to reach your goal, how to get out of your own way so that you can live the life you desire and deserve. So everything's down in the description. As always, it is my deep and profound honor to share this journey with you. You are seen. You are loved. Oh.